Okay, so we're back, and we're outside of the Wizards Institute of Technossery, or W.I.T, and our hero just revealed this door. I just saved the game, so I'm going to open the door, and it says, "Please defend these 1,000 pardons, I do not understand." Alright, so, open door. You're not close enough to a door. Okay. This game's playing a very mean trick on me, apparently. Perhaps since it is a magic door, I need to cast open. So a little cursor appears now, and if I click on the door, oh, it's open. What do you know? You have entered a very strange place. The path you walk upon seems to be carved from ivory. The walls you seem carved from marble. Between the walls and the path is a gap through which you view total darkness when you look down. When you look up, you see the same limitless black. You have a funny feeling you aren't in Shapiro anymore. You have been walking through the walls hung with portraits of many wizards. At last you come to some pictures that you recognize. You hear several voices. Who are you that enters the lofty portals of the Wizards Institute of Technossery? Matches? Why have you sought to enter into the Wizards Institute of Technossery? To be a wizard. Who do you call upon to be your sponsor and mentor in these hallowed halls of the Wizards Institute of Technossery? Now that's a question I didn't expect. Harry Houdini? Houdini, prestidigitator, paramount of faraway lands, master of escape. Do you accept matches to be your initiate into the Wizard Institute of Technossery? You hear a man's distant voice, apparently under great stress. I'm a bit tied up at the moment. The name escapes me. No, you really must me. You must choose another sponsor. Apparently, Houdini's a little tied up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game, actually, because I really don't know what happens when I give them wrong answers. So I'm just going to give them wrong answers. So I see Zara is over there, so I'll say Zara. Zara Shashina, Wizard of the Eastern Woods, emissary of the fairy folk. Do you accept matches to be your initiate into the Wizards Institute of Technossery? Technocracy? Okay. Outside of the few spells I gave him, I have no knowledge of his skills or abilities. I will not accept responsibility for it. You must choose another sponsor. Jeez. How about Aziza? Aziza, Enchantress of Shapir, Master of Wizard of Water. Do you accept matches to be your initiate into the Wizards Institute of Technossery? I cannot pass judgment upon the candidate until I have worked with him for some months. I am unwilling to have someone I do not know as well as my initiate. You must choose another sponsor. Jeez. Okay, folks, so if you couldn't tell, there's really only one correct answer. But I think you can also say Merlin. Trismagister Merlin Ambrosius, Wizard of the Isle of Gramarye. Do you accept matches to be your initiate into the Wizards Institute of Technossery? Have we met before? No, I don't believe so. Sorry. You must choose another sponsor. Yeah, so Merlin is over here. I think that's Houdini. That's Aziza the Enchantress. We have Zara. That's Erasmus, obviously. And I think if you click on this, they tell you this. This portrait shows a wizard with a severe nature. He appears totally humorless. Yeah, this actually is the antagonist of the game that we haven't met yet, and his name is Adavis. And this, you always wondered what Arena looked like. She reminds you of Genesta, a fairy you once knew. So Arena is the one who protected the village of Spielberg, and that Genesta joke is obviously from King's Quest IV, for those of you who have played the game before. So we can pick Arena. To our regret, she has not answered our summons for many years. You must choose another sponsor. So they basically force you to choose Erasmus. So, let's choose him. There's a moment of silence. Do you actually request such a whimsical wizard to be your sponsor? Fluid voice. It was the choice he made. But you know what Erasmus is like. Do we have to endure his sense of levity? It was the initiate's decision. Let him abide by it. Very well. Master Erasmus of Zauberberg, Archmage Extraordinaire, do you accept matches to be your initiate into the Wizard's Institute of Technosorry? You hear the familiar voice of Erasmus. Let me see. Matches. Ah, yes, the young hero who was so bright. You hear the squeaky voice of Fenris.
You think anyone who laughs at one of your jokes to be intelligent?
A good sense of humor is an excellent indicator of superior intellect. Yes, but the key word is
Good. Heh heh.
Erasmus. Do you or do you not accept matches? I, Magister Erasmus of Zauberberg, do hereby accept matches as my initiate for wit. Wizards Institute of Technosorry. Of course, now, hero of Spielberg, before we can be initiated into wit. Wizards Institute of Technosorry. Wizards Institute of Technosorry. You must first prove you are magically and mentally worthy. You must be presented with a choice of 3 objects. Using the spells at your command, you must choose the correct object, move it to the stand, and cause it to ring using only 3 spells. The choice of the first 2 spells should be self-evident, and the third is also... Erasmus. Oh, alright. Well, good luck, young hero. And remember the joke about the man who grew more mellow as he grew older. He no longer had harebrained schemes? No, he no longer had a hair-triggered temper. Erasmus. Very well then, young hero. Please step into the dark room. Purely a formality. Don't worry about a thing.
Ouch, my nose.
So yeah, guys, you find yourself in a strange place. For some reason you cannot move your legs. Although you see nothing constraining them, a strange feeling passes through you, as though someone were examining you closely. Okay, so there's 3 bells here. It looks like a bell, and it sounds like a bell. It's a bell. It's not real obvious at first what this does, but it's intricately carved. So yeah, you obviously have to do something magical here. They're not very overt about it. But if you spend any time, you can basically figure it out. We have all of the spells that you can have at this point. So we basically have everything we need. The one thing that I do want to point out, however, is that there are many ways to die in this point of the game. So this is a good place to save. So I'm going to call this Wit Trials. I'm going to cast Detect Magic. And that right bell, as you can see, flashed. So what you're supposed to do here is, I think you're supposed to cast Fetch. And when I do that, I probably am going to get the target. And I do, so I'm going to cast Fetch. And it's going to put it on that thing for me. That kind of looks like something not very nice. And the last thing you're supposed to do is cast a trigger spell, which also brings up the target, and then there you go. And it has Erasmus and Fenris's name coming out of it. Very good matches. You have shown yourself very capable in figuring out the spells needed for the pretest. However, before you can be considered a true wizard, you must pass the trial of initiation, which the Wizards of Wit will give you. I warn you, this test will take all of your wits and skills, and magical skills, in order to succeed. If you succeed, you will then face... But I can say no more.
Say no more.
So, hero, good luck.
Promises, promises. You said you'd say no more.
Oh, Fenris.
Good luck, matches.
So, in the next video, we're going to go through and we're going to go through the trials. It says, you have shown yourself to be resourceful in your spells under simple conditions. To become a wizard, you must prove that you are capable under magical, under time, critically life-threatening conditions. You will be presented with a series of 4 tests. They will require all your intelligence magic. Should you fail, your very life may be in danger. Will you accept the challenge? And you say yes. So next time, you'll see the trials. Thanks.